semester. Much more, I welcome us to 300 level. I believe we've been
Thank
together
you, sir.
from 100 level to 200 level and now 300 level. Just before we start, you have to bear something in mind very clearly. 300 level is not a level for cramming, just like you used to do in your 100 and 200 level when the case was still e-exam. You don't have any alternative to reading in 300 level. Well, if you are hoping to cheat, which is very, very wrong, and if you get caught, you know the thing now normally do. All your mates would have graduated before you continue your study. They will lock your portal for 3 semesters. So you have to delete cheating from your mind. And some of you are so lucky to say, let me just use the word lucky. There is a day that you try something bad that they will catch you. So don't try it. The best thing is to read. This 300 level is supposed to be fun because you have the mind now you have the liberty to express yourself, what you truly know about what you are being asked. So please, this is a form of introduction to us before we start what you have tonight. 300 level, there is no alternative. You must read. If you do not read, you just get to the question and then you return an empty answer sheet. And that is F9. We don't hope for F9, that's why we're starting early. And 300 level, don't expect any serious facilitation. Most of the courses, you find out that eventually they are not being facilitated. Or the facilitator will come and be reading. So, a lot of work is in our hands. And look at it. This is the recent past question for CIT303, which we have tonight. This one is for the first semester of last year. Principles of Communication Technology. Uh, like I said in 200 level second semester, the main reason why we are in school, why we are studying information technology, we start in 300 level. You will notice that all the courses we'll be doing from now, there are no more mathematics or any physics or anything. It is now the core subjects, courses that concern what we are here to do, which is to study about information, managing information, and also integrating technology into the management of information. That's the main duty or the main purpose why you are studying infotech and maybe computer science student, of course, programming and the rest of them. So look at these questions now. Just imagine that you did not read at all and you did what you used to do in 100 level, 200 level, that you quickly carry summary on the morning of exam and start cramming. Will you be able to do anything? Just imagine the type of questions you are seeing here. I believe my screen is visible now. They're asking you to draw. So if you have not bear in mind the schematic drawing of this particular question one, it's obvious you will not be able to do it. And you see instruction, you must answer number one. You can't run from it. So you can't say, well, that number one has drawing, I'm not answering it. Let me jump to number two and select. Since I don't have to answer everything, I just want to answer 4 questions out of 6. So please, there are some things you should bear in mind in this 300 level. No alternative to reading. Even if it's one unit you want to be reading a day, make sure you read. That is the only thing that can help you. The 300 level upward, which is POP exam, it's one coin with 2 sides. There are some people that have been performing very poorly in their e-exams, 100 level and 200 level. And when they enter 300 level, they started getting A and B. And we have people that have been doing extremely well in their e-exam years, getting A and B because they are good in cramming. While in their POP years, they started getting F9, E, D. So you need this information to even start with. You must study. Because what they will be doing now is to test you if you truly or you are truly going through what you are in this school to do. As an information technologist, these are courses that you have to do to become the real person you are. So tonight we are starting with CIT 303, and I can assure us we try our best to make sure we are holding a class at least in a day. Thank God there is no longer mathematics that can be blowing our head. It's all to read and understand and digest. All our courses now is just to read, understand the concept, and digest it. So we'll make sure every day, Monday to Friday, we try to hold a class by God's grace, because it's of advantage to us. Most of us will not have the liberty to, or the time, or even the strength to read alone. But this will help you a lot. Make sure you are jotting. It's very important. Now, basic concept of communication technology. That is the first thing we are going to do. Now, this course material itself is CIT 303, and of course, it is principles of information technology. Principles of information technology. That is, sorry, principles of communication technology. That is the course title, Principles of Communication Technology. Before we start anything, I would like two people to give us their own opinion or what they understand by principles, and of course, communication, and of course, technology. Okay, let's say three people. Somebody should talk about principles, another person should tell us about communication, and another person should tell us about technology. So I won't call names. Pick the ones you want to talk about and talk about it in your own words. No need to go and use AI. Whatever you under, you don't need to be correct. What you know, that is what we want to hear. What do you know about those three concepts? Principles, communication, and technology. Segun Afolabi, Mr. Segun Afolabi, can you take principles for us? Maybe in 2 sentences or so, what you understand by principles. Iyanoluwa, be ready for communication. You talk on communication. While Israel Ige, you talk on technology. Yes, we are waiting. No, Mr. What's the first person? Okay, he's on. Mr. Segun Afolabi, we are waiting for you. If you're not,
Good evening. I was not in the class. I was not. I did not hear what you said.
we did not do anything. We are just starting. So the name of this course is CIT 303, and the course title is Principles of Communication Technology. So I want us to break down the meaning of the title one by one. So I'm assigning principle to you, that you should explain to us what you understand by principle.
Well, what I understand by principle, I can say these are fundamental truth or a kind of a guide or a decision or actions. Kind of a
Decisions,
guide or action
decisions for
to
actions. Okay.
yes, for a particular thing or a particular thing.
Thank you, sir. Decision for action for a particular process, a particular thing. Thank you, sir. So the next person, Yanoluwa, over to you. Communication. You don't have to be correct. Just say what is in your mind, what you know about the concept. We are trying to train you now to start getting prepared on how to answer questions for
Oh, good evening.
POP. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Simply means like sharing of ideas or opinion between maybe two or more media, sir.
You have the idea, but in case of exam, when you want to answer questions like that, you don't say, when they ask you what is communication, you will not say communication means like something,
Okay, okay,
You have to be constructive. Those are things they're looking for. You
okay,
want to know if you truly know. So even if you have the raw
okay. It's
idea,
the process.
but you must know how, if it's, for instance, the way we ask you now that what is communication, if it's definition you want to give, define it. If it's explanation you want to give, you can explain. When it's explanation, you can give example, give different tactics about communication. But if it's definition, you go straight. Communication is dash and dash between dash and dash.
Yes.
So,
All right, sir.
can you rephrase your definition because I didn't get it
Okay.
very well. You said the
Communication is the process of sharing ideas or opinion between two or more media.
thank you between two parties. That is very good. But bear something in mind. Who is that person? Please, so we don't want. Excuse me. We don't want noise. So I think it's Aboju or something. Who is that person? It's not who. So, Lady Iyanolua, I want you to bear something in mind. You have a very good definition. That is very good. But as a computer science student or an information technology student, it's very important you know that when you are defining things like communication, you should not use exchange of idea. We deal with data in computer science. So,
Yes, sir.
and then the communication we're talking about here is not even between human beings. We're talking of communication between gadgets, between computers.
Yes, sir.
So, and what computers interact or communicate is data. They share it maybe between each other or over. We're going to be learning quite a lot. In fact, if God help us to finish reading all our materials, it is now that you really feel like you are a computer science student. The only thing you will need now is practice. And of course, by second semester, there will be room for you to go and practice because you go for COS. So that is that. Let's go to what we have. Okay, no, remain one person to talk. That is, we've gotten the definition of principles and communication. It remains one other thing on the title of this course, which is technology, principles of communication technology. I assigned technology to who is that? Who is taking technology for us? I'm not even saying the name again. Is that person still in class? Okay. Sir Lucas the Great, help us with the definition of technology in your own understanding. You don't have to be correct. The definition of technology. I hope Sir Lucas the Great is here. Or he just joined the meeting and let me see who. Baba J Tech, are you with us? J Tech Premium. Thank God you are a technology guy, so you know what technology means. J Tech, are you there? J Tech is not talking. Mr. Michael, are you there for
Hello, hello,
technology?
can you hear me now?
Okay, J Tech is on now. All right.
Okay, technology just simply means a science or innovation to actually solve a problem, actually. Technology
Thank
means just a
you.
science to
Mm,
solve a science and innovation to solve a problem.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So we have an idea of technology there. The innovations maybe that come about as a result of scientific advances that is basically targeted to solving a problem. When we combine those three things together, we have a picture of what we want to do in this course. That is just the meaning. The reason why I said we should dwell on individual meaning of the words that constitute the topic or the title of this course is that I want you to have a picture from beginning what this course is all about. It's all about the communication between technology and how those communication takes place. It's just like in human communication too. If I say hi, I'm expecting you to reply me with something. So if I say hi to you, you are likely going to say hello. It's when you say that hello that I will reply something else. If I'm the only one just dropping messages, and you are not responding, then that is not communication. So just like we have principles in human communication, and we have principles like courtesy, like you have to greet someone when you want to initiate communication with them, maybe good day or good morning. You just enter someone's DM, beam, and say, can you do this? Or something. Some people feel like, is this person crazy or what? Don't you know what you're supposed to do? So just the same way human communication has principles, the same way technologies, which is like your computer communicating with your printer or your computer communicating with another computer, they have principles like lay down steps, things that must be observed for the communication to be successful. It's just like you wanting your phone to communicate to a website without owning your data. You know that you've violated one principle there, which means there must be an active internet connection, which we call data, from a service provider on that mobile device before the mobile device can communicate with the internet. So that is a principle. So those are the things you will learn in this course. The principles of communication technology. Technologies have a way they communicate. That is all you want to know. So when you go to an office and you see several computers on different desks in the office, you will not be wondering how is desk A communicating with desk B. That kind of darkness that is carved on your mind, this course is here to give you light on it, so you will know that this is what is happening when you see some technologies connected together. So let's stop all of this. In this unit, also in this module, we have 3 units, and we'll just study unit 1 tonight because I don't want each class to be more than 45 minutes. We don't want to waste our time, so that the little we'll be doing, you will grab it very well, not just we reading like the way they do in their facilitation. Now, data transmission is unit 1. And then we have networks, which they call networks, in unit 2. And of course, unit 3, we have protocols and standards. Those are the things that we are going to do in module 1. This course itself is divided into 6 modules. Each of the modules are dealing with, each of the modules is dealing with different aspects of communication technology principles. Unit 1, data transmission. Let me ask a general question. We've done this in CIT303, the meaning of data, and of course the meaning of information and the rest of them. So can we refresh our brain? What's the meaning of data? Someone will tell us the meaning of data. Another person will tell us the meaning of transmission. So the floor is open. I don't need to be calling names now. Let's be making this fast. What's the meaning of data?
History's most powerful artifacts, rituals, and
Hello, sir.
Hello, yes. What's the meaning of data?
So, data are raw facts that has not been processed yet.
That have not been processed. Good. Now, I want someone to talk in the aspect of a communication technologist. That is the basic definition, but let's bring it higher. What's the meaning of data in communication technology? Yes, it's raw fact that has not been processed, but okay, let's give example of data. A general question now. Examples of data. Yes, anybody? Example of data. Example of data. So you don't know example of data. You guys are technologists, so give us an example of data.
Okay, sir, please, I want to try. So
Yeah.
examples are we have numbers, prices.
Okay.
Am I correct, sir?
Yes, that is
Number,
data.
prices.
Now,
Yes, sir.
if you okay, thank you. Let me come in. If you take a picture on your phone, that picture you took is a data because that picture can be used to communicate several things about you or even used for several purposes eventually. So the picture you take on your phone is a data. You record voice notes, that is data. The text you are, exchanging, maybe on WhatsApp, you are messaging someone, is data. And that is what who is that? Please, that person should mute him or herself. I'm not asking any question now, so I don't want noise, please. Anybody that is on mic should mute him or herself. So now, what I was saying, is it Ogbonna blessing that is stopping us? So, data. Now you find out that I don't know if you have idea, maybe some of you already know about the way AI operates. You will note that AI is using data basically. So all of the data that AI can get, that is why they made it open source, so that you can be communicating with it, you can be asking questions, you can be, the way you're asking the question, you are feeding it with with data. It's those data that they are using to train it to become better. I can see that they're now releasing different versions, higher versions of it. In technology, that is work of data. We can use data to train technology. In fact, all communication technologies depending on is data. So the quality of data you have, the accuracy of your data, or the let's say quality actually, will determine the end result that technology will be producing. So let's leave that. The other thing here is transmission. The reason why I am doing this, you see that the method of reading now has changed from the way we used to read in 100 and 200 level. There is a reason for that. Now they will be asking you to define things, and you are going to define it. So sometimes, if you don't even know the meaning of data transmission, you can use word attack. Using word attack by looking for the meaning of data alone and the meaning of transmission, then combining them together, at least you'll be able to write something down. Even if you don't know the direct meaning of data transmission, you should be able to, if you know the meaning of data on its own, and then you can be able to write small thing on transmission, then you will write the meaning of data transmission. So those are the skills you will learn, because you have to define a lot of things in exam. So, Madam, I don't know if Mr. Chris is here with us. Can you tell us shortly about transmission? Tell us shortly about transmission, Mr. Chris, if you are here. If Mr. Chris is not here, is Glory, Madam Glory Elisha, are you here with us? If you are here, you can take that. It doesn't have to be Mr. Chris. If Madam Glory Elisha is here, you can take it. If she's not here. Oh, please. You guys should give me 1 minute. I need to attend to someone. But the floor is there. You can start talking about transmission.
Transmission, I know, is just the act of sending convention from one point to that transmission. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Eh, Hello.
Hello,
Yes,
Let
sir.
me
Yeah.
define transmission that I know. Transmission is simply the exchange of information, movement of information from a sender to a receiver through a device.
a
Through a
medium.
device.
Ah, thank you so much. You use one word that I love so much. Movement. That is the main thing among all that you've said in the definition, in your own definition of transmission. One key word was mentioned there, movement. So
Right.
data movement, that is what we want to do in this unit. The movement of data. What is data itself? What are the different type of data we have? Then how do we move those different type of data? Those are the things we are going to do here. That is when we enter data flow. So the things we'll be doing to break it down, we'll talk about data communication component, data representation in form of text, numbers, images, audio, and video, and so on and so forth. And of course, data flow, the simplex form, the half duplex, and then the full duplex. I'm not sure we'll be able to cover all this tonight, but let's see what we can do. So I'll leave the floor now. Someone should take introduction and of course explain to us in your own understanding what you understand by the introduction, the information passed to us in the introduction. What do you understand by it? So this is the introduction. Someone should read it and explain to us.
Mm. Mm.
Let me talk about the introduction. The introduction is just telling you when we communicate, we share information, sharing of information locally or remotely. When we say locally, by communicating to individual face to face, while the remote communication takes place over distance, like which include telephone, like we are on all these social media, we communicate through a particular medium. So at a distance. So the word data refers to information that is presented in whatever form that has been agreed upon by parties creating it. But in the process of creating the information or of sending data, the data, as we said earlier, that we can send our picture, and in the process of even sending the picture, you can add so many things to the picture, add sound, add some effects, and you have that picture you send is the data. Now you are not sending, you have done a process, you have turned it into information, you are sending it to another person. That's just what I understand by this.
All right, thank you for that. That makes sense. At least I think we've learned one or two things there. So the term telecommunication, which includes telephony, telegraphy, and television, means communication at a distance. And the Greek word tele or tele is far. So you will learn something today. That television we have been talking about, the first aspect
Mm.
of it, which is tele, came from a Greek word,
Mm.
which means far, which means television means far vision.
Mm.
Mhm.
Mm.
So
Wisdom.
let's leave this and move to the next thing. The objective of this particular aspect is to explain the meaning of data communication, outline components involved in data communication, of course, discuss data representation, and most importantly, data flow. What is data communication? Now over to another person. Please, every one of us will be involved because what you teach, you will know better. You will not even forget. So please, someone should take the meaning of data communication. You will take it, you will explain. I'll be listening too. You know, I'm also doing the course. So we're all writing the exam. Anybody? Because we don't have time again. I think we'll see hold another class. So. Yes, anybody? Data communications.
Good afternoon.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
You are free?
Yes, sir. So when we say like data communication,
First, read it out to us first. We want to see what they have in the material. Then you explain. I hope you can see my screen.
yes, sir.
Okay, so read it out to us first.
When you say like when we say data communication, it's like
No,
exchange
no,
of
no.
data
You are still
between.
mixing it. Read what is here first. You
Okay.
understand? We want to get it
Yeah.
first from the material, and then you now give us your
Okay.
explanation.
Okay. So data communication is the exchange of data between two devices via some form of transmission medium such as wire cable. For data communications to occur, the communicating devices must be part of a communication system made of a combination of hardware, that's physical equipment, and software programs. Is that okay? I should read.
No, you are reading everything. Everything on data
Okay.
communications, yes.
So, equipment and software programs. The effectiveness of a data communications system depend on four fundamental characteristics: delivery, four fundamentals, that's characteristics: delivery, accuracy, timeliness, and jitter.
Good. So now you just explain that part. Another person will take the meaning of the characteristics one by one, the meaning of delivery, accuracy, timeliness, and jitter. So you take the definition. Explain it to us now.
Okay, so when you say data communications, it looks like the exchange of data between two devices. When you say two devices, like they give us an example via some of transmission medium such as wire cable. For data communication to occur, when you say for data communication to occur, so they are saying the communicating devices must be part of a communication system made up of a combination hardware, that is physical equipment and software programs. So the effectiveness of a data communication system depends on the
Okay,
fundamentals.
leave that
That
again.
way,
Let me ask you a question. You are still reading what is
okay.
there. Can you give us one simple example that shows all that is written here?
You say,
There
sir,
are 1,000,001 example around you. Just give us one.
the example of data communications.
Yes, between devices, especially that we talk about that you can use to explain that we have two things involved when we have data communication. That is the physical aspect, which is the equipment, and the software, which is the program running the data transfer. So, can you give us an
Okay,
example? Okay, give
yes,
us. Let me give you an hint. Give us an example
okay,
using Bluetooth.
okay.
Mhm.
Example using Bluetooth is like when I'm on my Bluetooth and I
Yes,
want to share something to someone.
yes.
So that person is, or he's going to on his Bluetooth too,
Is zone two fine
going to
on another
ask
device,
the,
right? Or still on your own
yes,
device?
on another device. That's
Okay,
we are
good.
using two devices.
So
Let's
we
say
have two
that,
devices now.
yes.
Okay, fine.
I have another example here.
Okay,
So when
use your
I
own
am using
example.
my
Let me
system,
not use your
yes,
own example.
yes. So like when I want to transfer like files or video or something from my system to my
Mhm.
phone.
Mm,
So firstly, I'm going to use my cable to
mm.
access my phone so that I can share like
Thank
movie,
you. That is a
something.
perfect example. Yes, continue.
Yes. So
That is,
when
mhm,
I drop it, when I share something from that system to my phone, or
mhm.
from that my phone to that system, so I'm making a data communication via that, via
In
using
fact,
my,
just stop it there. You deserve an accolade for that. That is a perfect example. So the medium you are now using, the wire you are
yes,
using there, serves as
yes,
the medium, which is your cord in this case. The cord communicates is the one that is if it's pictures that you are sending from your system to your phone, the pictures are traveling through your cord. Your cord
yes,
serves as a medium, which is a wire,
uh,
connecting your system to your phone and exchanging data. Perfect example. So they will
that
not
is so.
ask you what is data communication now in exam, and you'll be cracking your brain. You can quickly remember that in the class, someone said that connecting my phone to my system using my cord. I think that is a common one. Every one of us know. The other examples we know, which is very common too, is using Wi-Fi, using Bluetooth, infrared, and the rest of them. So
Yeah.
that is fine. Thank you for that. So
All right.
another
Thank you.
person in the next 2 minutes, somebody should explain the characteristics, the fundamental characteristics of effective communication. If me connecting my phone to my system will yield success in what I want to do, if that picture will truly enter my phone from my system, what are the fundamental characteristics that must take place in that communication? They've listed them here: delivery, accuracy, timeliness, and jitter. So can someone read it for us and explain in 2 minutes? Because we just have 2 minutes left for this particular section. If you guys agree that we should continue by starting a new section, I'm available, but if we should stop it here, no problem. So who is taking that for us? We must shall call names. Sha. I want a lady now. Can that person do it in 2 minutes, sha? Or we should just start another class? Now you guys join immediately, then we start the characteristics. Let's vote. Is there someone that can take this in 2 minutes and we will understand? Let's not rush it. Let's do this. I'll end the class now. I will start the same link instantly. Then you guys can join. So let's finish this thing tonight. I know that we are done. Make sure you are jotting and putting it in your mind.